Hi, my name is Jade Ballek, and I'm pleased to share my 805 learning journey with you. I work as a learning coach in the SunWest School Division, and one of my roles is to work with distance learning teachers and developing online courses. Currently, these courses are delivered through Moodle, which is a web-based course management platform. So I wanted to explore how to improve the learning experiences of those students who are enrolled in asynchronous courses in particular. The data collected from the division has indicated that in many cases, students in the receiving or distance schools do not achieve as high as those in sending schools. And this is based on a comparison of final marks. So I decided to narrow the focus of my own study to the role that online interactions, primarily conversations, and the role that they can play in engaging students in the learning experiences. It's really my belief that more engaged students will result in higher learning outcomes for all students. So the goal of this paper was to learn more about how teachers can encourage interaction through conversation, namely through the use of the discussion forums. I also hope to learn if there's particular strategies that instructors can use to facilitate online conversation. And the intent is for me to apply my newfound knowledge as I continue to work with SunWest Distance Learning Center in the future. I chose to start my research by exploring the kinds of interactions that take place in online environments. I discovered that research in this area had already begun by the late 1980s and early 1990s. In 1989, Moore identified that there are three types of interactions that happen during computer-mediated instruction. Those are student interacting with content, students interacting with their instructor or with their teacher, and students interacting with other students. So my paper focused on the interactions that occur between students and their instructors, and those that occur between and among groups of students. I was surprised to learn just how important those interactions are to students. In a study conducted at the State University of New York, students were given a post-course survey to give feedback on their online courses. Surprisingly, students who had the highest levels of satisfaction with their course felt that they'd had more interaction with both their instructor and their classmates. As a result, these students felt that they had learned the most in these courses. So obviously, there was an important relationship between interaction and learning for these students. But fostering trust among students might, or in the opinion of some researchers anyways, be the biggest challenge faced by online instructors. Creating that feeling of community and connection among learners has been defined as social presence, and it is arguably as important as course content. In Oliveria's study of two online groups, one of the groups did not develop trusting relationships, and the group dynamics led to problems with leadership. So my paper explored different ways of creating such community and also provided recommendations for ways that teachers can create an environment of trust and cooperation. All of the studies point to the changing role of the teacher in online learning environments. The teacher continues to play a critical role in facilitating that sense of community and in assisting students in participating in online discussions. Traditional face-to-face strategies like Think, Pair, Share are given an online twist through the discussion forums. There's lots of recommendations for encouraging online conversations within the paper. Assessment of online conversations is a difficult and often tedious task for teachers. And how does the teacher measure student contributions accurately? Well, Swan's study provided a few examples of rubrics that could be used that highlight 4 areas of online participation. Number 1, quantity, so the amount of information posted. Number 2, quality, so whether the information was new and reflected a student's opinion with supporting evidence. Number 3, relevance, is the information on topic. And finally, number 4, manner, and that reflects the organization, the mechanics, and basically the meaning of the response. During the course of my research, one topic that kept emerging was that of student voice, especially the voice of reluctant students, or those who just respond less frequently in online discussions. Students who are reluctant to share thoughts and ideas in traditional face-to-face classrooms may not always be prepared to share in an online environment. An interesting study from 2 high school teachers in Manitoba found that by allowing student responses to be anonymous to other students, but not to the teachers, shy students felt more comfortable in sharing. And this is certainly an area that I would like to explore further, as I've been reading a lot about the ways in which social media, in particular Twitter, can also help students find their voice. Finally, I concluded with some investigation into meaningfulness in online conversation and the role of off-task chat, which is also known as soft talk, and how that helps build relationships among students. In a study by Chen and Wang, they concluded that social talk did have a purpose, and they did not consider off-task conversations to be irrelevant or even separate from the intended learning. Instead, this soft talk served as a bridge to serious talk, and it also helped to build relationships among students. Next year, the SunWest School Division's Distance Learning Center is expanding, and I'll be playing a more active role in helping teachers develop more online courses. So I hope to share my learning with teachers there, and together continue to investigate ways of encouraging interactions, whether they're student-teacher interactions or student-student interactions, through online conversations. SunWest will continue to use the Moodle platform, and I will continue to explore different strategies for engaging students in online learning. Thank you.